Hello and welcome to the Desperate Actor YouTube channel. It's me, Steve Des from DesperateActor.com, and today we're going to be talking about living in Los Angeles. And this is from a Storytime series that we started last week, but now we are continuing forward. So if you want to kind of follow along chronologically, definitely check out the video that we did last week. So now I'm in Los Angeles and I am basically moving into my dorm. And what was a very culture shock for me was actually living in a dorm because we had a small studio with like three twin beds. So I was sharing my dorm with two other people that when I woke up or went to sleep, they are in the same room as me. And this is pre pandemic times, you know what I'm saying? This is 2011. So we only had like a full kitchen, we had a little closet, we had a little bathroom, and we had the living room, which essentially was the studio that we all shared. And that was a real shock for me because prior to this, I never really shared rooms quite like that with people that weren't my family. So it was a culture shock for me, especially with the one roommate I had that was quite the guy. Um, but essentially, I was taking all sorts of classes. What I really enjoyed about my journey in AMDA and the American Music Dramatic Academy was that they had your day stacked. So like from early top in the morning to like late afternoon, early evening, you had classes nonstop. Like I'm talking about, I had acting for the camera, I have voice, speech, and production classes, I had improv classes, I had classes for stage combat, I had classes for film analysis, from script analysis. All these different classes that were really well, and I was very excited. You know, you get those jitters of just excitement when you're like living your dream. You're like, oh my God, like every day I get to see like the Capitol Records building and I get to walk by Hollywood and like all these things is just like dopamine getting hit in your head. And at the time, I was just like on cloud nine at the very beginning. I was like, wow, this is so awesome. Like I'm meeting people every single day. I'm in a brand new place, establishing myself. I'm just steps away from becoming the actor that I want to become. And then weeks went by, and then a couple months went by, and then I started feeling jaded. And the reason I started feeling that way was because I was like, man, a lot of things, not everything, but a lot of things that I'm being taught, I already know. And it's weird because I came here to learn. I came here to grow. I came here to get new information. And a lot of the classes that I'm taking are giving me really basic information. I guess the dopamine already wore down. So I was already like, okay, I'm in reality. I'm in the present moment. And other people didn't seem to care or notice. And I was paying quite a hefty fee every month to be in this school. So believe me, I when I'm paying that much, and not only me, like my mom is giving me some help as well. Like it's a lot of money just getting thrown down the drain. And I'm like, I came here to grow and to learn. Thankfully, this school, literally right before they go to break, they you have like a one-on-one meeting with your teacher. And there were very few teachers, very few out of all the teachers I had that I actually trusted. So the number one teacher that I really trusted was this guy named Rick. I'm gonna leave his last name out for respect, but he was amazing, an amazing teacher. He was my acting for the camera teacher at the time. And I told him how I felt, and I told him that I'm heavily considering leaving the school after the semester was over. And the reason I'm considering is because I want to learn more. I want to be able to grow. I want to be able to learn techniques and strategies and tips and tricks and all this stuff that I don't necessarily know. I don't want to pay for something that I already know. It makes no sense. And he told me confidentially that the school on purpose makes teachers essentially like teach people in those early semesters really basic things. And they give you kind of like the meat of everything way later. And not only did he tell me this, but I also confirmed this with other students that were about to graduate and things like that. They were like, oh yeah, it doesn't really get amazing until like you're in your last semester and things like that. That's when you get like the real good stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't want to wait till I get there. Like, you know how much money I will have to pay to get to that point and all that stuff, and how much time I'm going to lose. And at the time, I just felt like I was like in a ticking time bomb. I'm like, okay, I only have enough money for this amount. Then I got to figure it out. Then I have to get a job. You know, like there were a lot of things that were going through my head. And that's the reason I say, you know what, like this school can be awesome. I can make great friends, all that stuff. But I came here to act. I came here to become a professional working actor. And even if I have to figure things out on my own, I am going to do that. And slowly but surely, I would say the thing that really helped me start propelling my career forward was aligning myself with the people in the school that were thinking the same way that I was. Because there were a lot of people there that were like, this is fun. I just graduated high school and I'm going to have fun because it's my college years. At the time, my goal was not to have fun. My goal was to work. My goal was to actually be on set. My goal was to actually put myself out there because I don't come from high school. I'm coming from college already. And I didn't came to LA and Hollywood to mess around. Like I came to literally fulfill my career and my destiny as an actor. And thankfully, I aligned myself with people that had the same vision as me for the most part. And there were people for sure that wasted my time and I wasted theirs probably. I don't know. But like there were people for sure that were like-minded with me. And I was seeing them slowly start self-submitting for things, slowly get the grinds going as far as like getting some auditions in and things like that. And I was like, wow, like they showed me about Backstage and casting networks and like all these different websites and places where you can kind of start getting your career going slowly but surely. And once I got caught in the whole looking for a place, and I finally found a spot that is like, okay, here I can start by my own. Because at first I was going to do the roommate thing, but that became too complicated and people's financial situation differs. So I prefer taking 100% responsibility of my life on me and not on other people. So I decided to move by myself in a studio in this place called Westlake and MacArthur Park area, which is borderline Koreatown and downtown LA. And that's where my career got started. So essentially, I got my place, and slowly but surely, I started applying away. And the only thing that would literally take me at the time were music videos. And I legit started filming music videos as an actor, whether I was part of the leading cast or I was background. I was doing a lot of music videos for free. I was literally getting paid in Subway sandwiches. If you've been in my Desperate Actor program, which I recommend you to be on it if you don't want to be a desperate actor and want to be a working Hollywood actor and have a step-by-step basically guide and video tutorial to essentially get you to where you want to be. Go check it out at desperateactor.com. But I talk about it there, and I'm talking it here because it's a super true part of my story. For the longest time in the beginning of my journey, I was getting paid in literal Subway sandwiches. And that's how I was surviving in the industry in the beginning. But this story does take a turn. And I'm going to be talking about the different music videos that I worked on. And eventually, when I got to my first paying gig in the next coming weeks. So make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video for the algorithm, comment below and share with a friend or two that might need it more than you do. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.